Hello everyone and welcome to the Frequently Asked Questions series with Amir, Ismail and Associates. As usual, we will be asking Mr. Ismail few questions and today's topic is our all-time favorite, the upcoming express entry draws. So without further ado, let's bring our Toronto-based licensed Canadian immigration expert Mr. Ismail. So Mr. Ismail, when do you see express entry draws starting, and what can we expect when they restart?
Well, thank you for this question. According to the Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, express entry draws are expected to resume from first week of July. We know that the draws targeting federal skilled worker stream stopped in 2020, December 2020 to be exact. However, there has been no restrictions on creating your express entry profiles. The impact of this stopping of draws and no restrictions on creating new profile is profound and will likely dictate the future pass rank of at least the initial draws. We can expect that the initial draws may have higher pass rank in the vicinity of say 460 to 470 or even more, because during the pause period the number of applicants with this kind of score has increased significantly. There are currently more than 14,000 people in the pool with the CRS score between 461 and 470, and more than 11,000 with CRS score between 451 and 460. So we are looking at more than 25,000 people in the pool at the moment with CRS score between 451 and 470 alone. So assuming that the size of draws remain in the vicinity of 5,000 invitations per draw, it may take at least 5 such draws before people with ranking score lower than that may be invited. On top of that, we should not forget that if the draws are going to quote unquote all program draws, it will invite PNP and CEC applicants too, and those applicants usually have higher ranking points. If you look at the current composition of the pool, you will note that there are close to 35,000 applicants with ranking score between 470 to 1200. Add them to 25,000, you're looking at around 60,000 applicants between 450 and 1200 CRS, which means more number of draws to happen before we see CRS score dropping. And all this while we know the pool will continue to populate with more candidates with high CRS score of this kind. So if the size of the draws, that is the number of applicants invited in each draw, increase, then we may see draws with pass rank lower than 450 sooner. So let's see what happens in future, and we can hope for the best.
Well, thanks for the answer. It indeed has been a while since we saw the last draw in December 2020. So, as you said, the ranking score will be higher when draws resume. What do you think people with lower ranking score do if they don't have the score in the vicinity of 450 to 470 CRS?
So not all people who approach us have ranking score that high, between the vicinity of 460 to 470 or more. So even if you look at the current composition of the express entry pool, the number of applicants with CRS score between 400 and 450 is more than 50,000. And between 351 and 400 is more than 62,000. Yet all these applicants with lower ranking scores continue to immigrate to Canada. And what is the secret behind it? The key is the provincial nominee programs. When these applicants get a nomination from one of the 10 provinces, they get 600 additional CRS points. This increases their CRS score to a level where they can expect a guaranteed sort of ITA from IRCC. For example, Alberta continues to select applicants from express entry pool with CRS score as low as 300, which means if someone is selected by Alberta with CRS score, say 300, their CRS score after the nomination will increase to 900, which means IT will be on their way in the next draw. While provincial nomination is not guaranteed to all applicants, it is available to those who are in the express entry pool for provincial programs linked to express entry file management system. Therefore, it is extremely important for applicants to create their express entry profiles, even if they have low ranking score, to benefit from provincial nomination. Without it, the result will be absolutely zero. Makes a lot of sense to make yourself available as a potential PNP candidate, isn't it?
Yes, you are absolutely right. PNPs have always been so very important. And those 600 CRS points are so crucial. We have also heard about the tie-break rule in express entry draws. Please advise how important it is and how does it apply to applicants in the pool?
Yeah, well, tie-break rule is very important, and the tie-breaking rule was only instituted in November 2017. It uses the date an applicant created their express entry profile. Say if the lowest pass rank of a draw was 450, and if more than one candidate was at the lowest score of the draw, the cutoff is based on the date and time they submitted their express entry profile. So, as I said, in the event that multiple candidates score at the CRS cutoff score, IRCC makes sure of the tie-breaking rule, make use of the tie-breaking rule rather, to better control the number of ITAs issued in each draw. Only candidates who score at or above the CRS cutoff score and submitted a profile before the tie-breaking rule will be issued an ITA, which means that the tie-break rule prioritizes profiles that have been in the express entry pool for longer. It is worth noting that if a candidate makes changes to their express entry profile, that doesn't change the timestamp of when the profile was submitted. So my advice would be to create your profile as soon as possible and remain active in the pool to stand a chance. All right.
I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't know about the tie-break rule. Now that you have mentioned it, we ask aspirants to read about it and understand its importance. Well folks, this is all for today's FAQs. We hope to bringing you more of these videos in future, encompassing temporary and permanent residence topics for skilled workers, students, visitor visas, business immigration and sponsorship categories. For reliable and honest advice from our Canadian team, please feel free to get in touch via email, info@amirismail.com or WhatsApp, +1 647 835 0660. Until next time, we are AIA, your partners in immigration since 1991.